Okay, so we're just going to go over the main basics. First of all, I'm going to do about 10 facts about whether the kraken is or isn't real. Now, you're probably thinking on this video now, oh yes, it is really real because you've seen loads of videos about it. But the thing is, as you've probably read comments on live streams, that they are clickbait and there's no such thing at the moment. Now, this brings us in to our first thing. So basically, because of the season, as you can tell, I don't know why it always keeps bringing me back to this. As you can tell, you've got minus being heated in there, and the actual surfing. So, because it's a water season and an underwater season, and there's loads of different things. For example, ocean, it's to do with obviously like an ocean, I guess. That could just be a name, but there's definitely a really big possibility. Okay, so now this will bring us into our second thing. Okay, so the second thing, if you look here, that emoticon is called Octopirate. So that was released in season 8, obviously when it was the pirate season. There's like this, which is a jellyfish, I guess, kind of. And this was also released in season 8, so maybe Epic were thinking about this for quite a while. Because this is kind of, well, nothing about this really, apart from it's emerging from the water. So the emoticon show ups, and I just find it. And another thing is, with the main one, if you can see this spray here called Squid Up, this was released in chapter 2 season 1 where water was able to go in. I don't think there's any more sprays at the moment. I have really only been playing since season 8. I guess that kind of looks like a squid a bit, I guess. A kraken, if you didn't know, is a big squid. Well, a giant squid or a giant octopus. So yeah, peeled, I guess. And that is also in season 8. So there's a lot of things relevant, relating to season 8. So yeah. Okay. So now we've gone through most of the sprays and emoticons that could show something. I'm also going to talk about some other things in game. So let's go. Okay, so this is number 3 now. As you can tell, we have just spawned into a game. Now, we don't need to be in a proper game for this, but we're going to talk about mostly, well, there's a couple of things we're going to talk about in game. First of all, you may not have been on this season, you may not have been actually playing. You might have played and not skipped all of the map. But yeah, so up in the top left here, you can see tip of shark here. You can just about see the outline. You can also see a big whirlpool here. I think you have to discover that. I don't think it already shows up. So because I was thinking maybe this whirlpool here, because I don't know if you have played this season, but around the map are spread and there are loads of different whirlpools. But this one here, I don't know why Epic could choose to do this unless something was upcoming from it. Basically, this whirlpool, as you can see, is spinning. I don't know if any of the others spin. We'll have to have a look at that. Let me have a look. can't see one yet. But anyway, I think this one launches you higher than the others. And I was thinking if the others don't spin, oh yeah, there's one there, yeah, they do spin. But I was thinking maybe like those ones can be like fishes doing it. But obviously this one is huge, so something huge you'd have to absolutely be spinning that round like mad. So I was thinking it could be like the kraken pulling us in. And let's see if we land, well, sharp there. See if we land about here, to see if it will pull us in. I haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking also about going into replay mode and going under the map. See if I can see anything like. But no, not that I can see anything. Obviously, I don't think Epic could be making it that clear. So yeah. So as you can see how high that launches us. Okay, so we're just going to have a look at this waterfall over here. So I'm basically saying because of the water season, it's more chance than it would have been in season 1 or season 2. But we'll go over to number 4 in a minute. So I don't think this reaches us as high. So okay, we're going to number 4. Basically, in my opinion, in number 4, I'm going to put, these aren't the best to worst or what I think's mostly. But anyway, as I was saying about the underwater map, they haven't, well, they added an animation in where you could actually go under the water, but they haven't put it into the season, which I thought is a bit weird, to be honest, because I thought they would have done. And that's not to worry, but in most events we have seen these. For an example, the Doomsday event, I don't know if you watched it, don't know if you got to play it after it, but the Doomsday event, you actually got to, the storm was water, a huge tidal wave, and you could actually go inside it and swim. So I don't know if that's just Epic saying, here's a new not emote, here's a new animation, I don't know why I'm doing this, but they're just putting it out, I don't know. But most likely that we're going to have quite a few events. Also the Travis Scott event, that was shown quite a few times. It was the most watched concert in gaming, so even the Marshmallow earned, I think it was half the population that did. So that's huge actually for it. So obviously with the new swimming animation, maybe the live event will be something to do with the water. Obviously it is going down a bit, so that's going to lead us into number 5. So number 5, I thought I'd put this here because it is and will be really, really common to notice that the water will drain throughout the season. So how it is now, the map is flooded. It won't be like this at the end of season. If you think and you have played this season, in Salty, half of Salty, like this half here, from there to about there, was flooded. You couldn't hardly see anything. But that's completely changed. Now, all of this is dry land. And I think that's incredible. Okay, so because the water level's going down, I think this could be an event, but, oh my god. So I think this actually could be an event. Oh my Anyway, so I think it could be an event because of the underwater and all that. but maybe not the live event for this actual season. So for an example, because the water's draining, I think it could actually be something to do with, like, being, for an example, like the Travis Scott event. So that weren't the main event, it was just like an add-on event. A bit like Chapter 2 Season 1. You had the Star Wars event, but that wasn't the main live event. So there was a couple of events, like last season it was the Doomsday event was the main, but we had a couple of little season, like, what would you call them? Easter eggs maybe, or just little live events, or little events in there. So yeah, okay, so we're going on to our next one now. So our next one, we are going to move on to something which I think's a cool Easter egg, but maybe not leading towards for being a kraken. So I don't know if you've seen this little island off the coast here in section B, just north-eastish of the Shah, and there's a little lighthouse here in section C. You go in northwest of that, but this little island here, right there are a couple of little blob things, and people have been calling them the blobs. I didn't actually know about this until I saw Shout Out to Fresh, because I didn't actually see or know this was here, and I watched one of his videos, and it was called Stealing from the Blobs. So basically, that's when I saw that this here was here. So I still got a couple of challenges left. I haven't been, while we're on this, I'm not going to do many challenge videos, and I haven't been doing them because one, the views have been going down by loads, and and also if you need to dance somewhere or you need to find something, it always shows up on the inspect anyway now. So if I went onto their inspect and it tells you where they are. So I don't need to help you with any challenges lately. So yeah. So here we go. I think this is number 6. I'll have a look in a minute. There is also a little challenge that you can do here. So all you have to do is collect wood. I think it's 100 wood. And you can't destroy these, but if I come here, and there's a little music thing. My controller's vibrating for some reason, I don't know why. So anyway, these are little blobs. I mean, they could be meaning something, I don't know. They're singing a Coral Cove song, I don't know. But anyway, you have to give 100 wood, so mine 100 wood, or get 100 wood from somewhere, wherever it may be. Obviously I've already done it so I can't, but then you have to give it to these blobs, and then that's your challenge complete, and it'll build all of this and give you the ships and all that. I think it could be something to do with the storyline. I think we'll progress throughout the season, I don't know. But apart from that, we'll move on to our 7th one. Luckily, we are right next to our 7th, so I thought I'd give this one on its own. I could have put it with a lot of the others, but if you think about this, people have been saying this, but I don't know if this is true or not, or it could be, but it's just weird. We've never had a lighthouse before. Since Chapter 2 Season 1 we have. Obviously with the new map, it's called Lockie's Lighthouse, and it does have quite a big looting store in it, to be honest. But the light from it, people have been saying it's guiding something in, and there were leaks and glitches of people going to Pleasant Park, which is here, and I've actually been there, and I've gone to the lighthouse, and I've put a marker there, and it is actually the closest place to the lighthouse. So people thought a big flood or a monster or something was going to come and wreck Pleasant Park, because people were saying that it was in dirt tracks and all that. And I actually have experienced it myself, so I can say it's true. Obviously, you don't have to take my word for it. You can choose to ignore what I've just said. You can choose to ignore all of this video. You can go on by your own means. I'm not saying there is one, and I'm not saying there will be an event about a kraken. I'm not saying there isn't. I don't know. This is the whole point of this video. If any of you guys think strongly about that there will be or won't be, I'm happy to read your comments below. Just leave them and I'll check them out. But that's mostly it. All I can say about the lighthouse is that it's guiding in. So, okay, that'll bring us on to number 8 then. Okay, so I'm going to show you number 8 on the map. So, as you know, a lot of the places at the moment are covered up. This is also going to be about the whirlpool, which is here. So people have been leaking maps, and they think that in the last stage, because it's going to go in different stages, currently I think on stage 2, I think there's 8 stages. On the last stage, people think this is because of Aquaman being in the game, because the yacht, which is now here, if you didn't know, and it was over here before, people think that that was obviously to do with Deadpool. It was called Deadpool's yacht. So people think this is going to be called Atlantis, or there's going to be a temple there or something. So it's going to be a lot to do with Aquaman. So because last season was about Deadpool, but there's a lot of stuff to do with Deadpool. People think we might get Aquaman as a boss, and we will get his trident. Don't quite know how that'd work out. Maybe the Infinity Sword, even though I hope not. So yeah, something to do with that. So we'll go on to number 9 now. So yeah, we are on number 9 already. Obviously, you've got the rickety rig here. This is number 9. So here's the rickety rig. So the rig, or the oil rig, from last season was about here. If you didn't know, I can't show you a picture of it because other people have took it. But I can't show you, so I'm sorry about that. But from last season, the rig, when it got blew up by Shadow, or even torn apart, because all of the other places, so you had the yacht, you had the agency, all of them, apart from the agency, were took over by Shadow. So, but the only thing that got destroyed was the rig. So this is my opinion on this. So I have heard other people say it. My nephew thinks it as well. Sorry Cameron if you're watching this video, but I'm just saying it because you agreed with me. So we think because when the rig got took over or destroyed or whatever happened, it looked like there was like tentacles coming out of it, and that could well have been the oil. But the only thing that isn't clear is the fact that the oil wouldn't have made that that shape. Sorry about that music. There we go, it's gone. Don't know why that came on. So basically that leaves us with number 10, which links to number 9. So here we go. So number 9 and number 10 are really linked. I thought they could have gone separate though. So basically, the yacht, which was here, and well, no, there's the yacht at the moment, but it used to be up here by Steamy Stacks, so Steamy Stacks is there. The yacht used to be there, but obviously it changed because of the flood. I don't know if you saw the Doomsday event again. I know I'm bringing it up quite a bit, but all of them are interlinked. Epic Games have made sure of that, and I'm surprised that they've had the game out for about 4 years now, and they've kept every live event that they've had in complete detail, and they're even adding more and more. I mean, we had in Doomsday event the first talking event. That was our first ever talking event. In my opinion, it was a really good event. I loved it. So in that, obviously they're doing more and more with the storyline. They're bringing it all closer and closer together. We still don't know what when Kevin's coming back, if he is. But if you've been hiding under a rock all of this time, you wouldn't have known that Steamy Stacks, the purple fluid in there, is in fact called Kevolution Energy, which obviously is Kevin Cube's energy. So if you don't know what Kevin is, it's the cube from that came in season 5 with the purple lightning. And yes, that was ages and ages ago, but Epic are trying to find out ways to interlink them again, so that's quite good. So anyway, what I was going to say, because the yacht was over here and now he's there, it has changed almost like, well, it's changed from H to E, and that's saying something. So if that can change from there to there, I'm thinking with the whirlpool, that's where the Kraken is, and the rickety rig, which is here, the oil rig, where people believed the Kraken was before, is actually, the Krakens came from down here, up to there. So I know some of this is hard to believe. I know you probably can't believe a word of it. I'm not telling you to, I'm not telling you shouldn't, but this is just my opinion, and that I hope you've enjoyed. Is there a Kraken or not? This has been Elite_Gamer. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.